Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Taylor, and today I wanted to do a little bit of a different video and talk about the benefits of meditation over the past 4 years for me, and basically try to sum up what meditation has brought me and how my life has changed in a massive way since I began meditating back in 2017. I still remember the night where I decided that I was finally going to sit with myself and actually feel into all the feelings, pretty much the chaos that was within me at that moment. I remember that I had just gotten, I was just getting through a breakup, and so that was happening. I had a very stressful job at that time, working at a bar. It would trigger my anxiety to a level that I still don't even know how I was able to handle it. Just the panic and anxiety that I had within me, I couldn't even express into words. And I still remember those feelings, and I remember feeling desperate. I came home one night. I would get home around 12:30, 1 o'clock after working, sometimes 9, 10, 12 hours, depending on the day. And I remember thinking to myself, man, is this really how I want to live my life? I had been having panic attacks for many years prior to 2017. I would say that my anxiety and my panic attacks began when I was about probably 12, 13 years old, and all the way up until about 4 years ago, which I was at that time about 23 years old or so. So between the ages of maybe 12, 13 up to 23, for a 10-year period, I had so much pent up anxiety, and I believe I had PTSD, post-traumatic stress, from losing my dad at a young age to suicide, and just a lot that I was having to go through, for so many years. And I reached that night when I began to meditate. And I remember the first app I ever used was an app called Headspace. And I'm sure many of you maybe have heard of that app. And at the time, they had this 10-day meditation challenge. So I sat with myself that night, and I allowed myself to go through this 10-minute meditation. And I remember afterwards, it didn't feel like, everything changed, in a matter of 10 minutes. But for the first time in my life, I felt like I found some peace within myself. And it was the most incredible feeling. And over the next 10 days after that, every night when I got home, I was looking forward to just sitting there and listening to this guided meditation, this calming voice that would do it was like a mindfulness breath meditation. And if you have never used Headspace or heard of it, it's an amazing app. You can download it. You can do it for free, I think, for a certain amount of time. Try the trial, and that's what I did. I did the trial, whatever it was, 10-day trial at the time. And I made it through those 10 days. And what I showed myself in that moment is that I can do something and be consistent about doing it. I would always have this belief that I couldn't stay consistent with doing something. But ever since that day, my life has changed completely. And that is what has led me onto my journey of self-discovery and my journey of awakening. My journey of awakening within and healing parts of myself that I never believed for a second that I could heal through. So that's why I felt compelled to make this video today. It's to let you know that instead of me, turning to drugs and escaping and using all these external escapes to escape my internal reality, I decided to sit with myself and really start to go within. And the more that you go within, the more that you discover more about yourself within and heal through your past traumas and heal through, so many parts of your life that you don't even realize have bothered you and that have shaped you into who you are right now. When you start to do that healing and that inner work, it really can and will change your life. Because now I look at my life 4 years later and I'm just absolutely blown away, even though I'm still in the thick, and I'm talking in the thick of this process of healing, of awakening. And we have so much going on in the world right now. There's just so much happening right now, so it's hard not to feel anxious at times and to not still get that anxiety, from everything going on and all the chaos and all that. But I've never had more peace within. And you have to find the calm in the storm. You have to be the calm in the storm to navigate those rough waters. Because the more that you build yourself up within, the stronger you can be and the more of a light force you can be in the world to navigate anything that happens in the external. It all starts within you. Everything is internal. Everything that you start to do within yourself, you'll start to reflect that into the world. And for me, that time of meditating, consistently, every single day, I was doing that for 6 months straight. And I still meditate as often as I feel called to. I'm going to start doing it much more than I have. Even though I still do it, I meditate every morning and every night for at least 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night. But I like to do it more consistently, where I'm doing like 10, 15-minute intervals. That's where I feel I get the most out of it. And my life has changed completely. First of all, I never felt like I could share videos on YouTube and do this, what I'm doing here right now, and express myself in this way. I've healed through parts of myself that was unable to forgive my father for leaving me and my family at such a young age. That's something that I've had to go back, and I've literally meditated to the point where I've brought myself back to that day, the moment where I was that little child who found out that their father was no longer ever going to be here again on this earth. And I've relived that in my mind, but I've relived it in a way where every time I cry and release and heal through that moment, I realize that I've found more and more peace within me, and I've truly forgiven him in my heart. I can feel it right now as I tell you guys this. I feel it in my heart. I have forgiven him fully for what he did. He didn't know any better. He was lost, and his soul was just lost. And that's okay. And I have to forgive him for doing that to us. But this has all happened because of my journey through meditating. And I would have never been where I am right now if it weren't for meditation. I found the woman of my dreams that I'm still with right now, 3.5 years, and growing stronger every day. I have found a place of work that I truly love, and I've grown significantly working over the past 2 years, which I work on airplane engines, and something that I just never thought that I always had a belief, because without growing up without a dad, I had this belief that I wasn't good with my hands and that I couldn't do things that a man does. And that was it's It was a broken part of me that needed healing. And the more that I've continued to grow at this place of work, the more that I've grown in every part of my life. Now I'm surfing. Of course, right now I'm a little bit injured with my ribs, but I'm surfing and I'm good at it and I love it. I'm so passionate about being in the ocean and catching waves. It's the most incredible experience. Everything just really started to unfold for me. And, you know, the life of my dreams just continues to unfold. And it started with that journey of meditation. And more importantly, the most important thing of all is I feel more peace and calmness within me than I've ever felt before. I do not get panic attacks anymore. I've had literally since 2017 panic attacks, like full-blown panic attacks. I might have had a handful. When I used to have them every single day. I think about it now and man, it brings me to tears because I struggled so much. I struggled so much with that. It was such a really, really hard time in my life to get myself up every day when I was barely sleeping. I could barely sleep at night for years. I was sleeping 2-3 hours a night, and it was just, I felt like every day was a struggle. I really wanted my life. At one point, I would say I hit this really dark point of my life where I just felt like it was over. And I used to have thoughts that I wasn't going to make it to past like 21. And then I made it to 21 and I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, I'm still here. And then I just, you know, after that, it was just like for years, I would have these really negative thoughts and like obsessive thoughts of that I wasn't meant to be here, and I was really lost. And it's just amazing that meditating helped me to bring me back to myself and to find my reason for being here. And my reason is to shine light into this world and bring as much light as I can into this world. That's my overall purpose. I'm just trying to help as many people as I can in the little time that I have here on earth and make the most of this journey and really enjoy this experience and this journey to the fullest. The more that I've gone within, the more that I'm able to really be in the moments and be present and really be where I'm at the present times. Like when I'm doing something, I can be present, I can be there. I don't have to be so focused on everything else and be so scatterbrained. But it takes time to do that, to develop that skill. It's something that as you do more and more, it gets easier and easier to do. And I've gone through many ups and downs over the years since 2017. Many. I've gone through a lot of trials, tribulations, everything, all of it, all of the above. But I always find myself coming back to myself and being able to handle things in a way that I never thought was possible. And I could go on and on about this. I felt this would be something interesting and cool to share with you guys. If you guys like this type of video, please let me know, comment below. Let me know if maybe there's other things that you can think of, other topics that you'd like me to talk about, to speak about. I would love to hear from you, from my audience, from you guys. And what would you like to hear from me? More stories about my life or just anything in general. I'm so willing and open to share and be vulnerable with you guys, because right now we're at a time in this world where vulnerability is going to be at the utmost importance. And for you men who are watching this, you need to know that it's okay to be vulnerable, express yourself, and to tune in and tap into that feminine energy, that feminine side of yourself, that side of yourself that feels deep compassion and that feels empathy. And you can't always be this hard masculine man that, you know, oh, oh, I'm so strong and nothing ever bothers me. Yeah, I'm the strong man, but I'm so fucking broken inside. Because that's how so many people are. So many men out there, they're putting out this false facade that they're so strong and everything's okay. But you're not. You know, you're broken inside, and I'm talking about, there's a lot of men out there that are feeling that right now, and it's okay. It's okay. You are human. And we all have a feminine and masculine energy. And we have to learn how to flow and balance between the two. You know, there's times where you're more in your feminine energy as a man. I was raised by two women, so I found myself a lot more in my feminine. I was a lot more into my feelings, and you know, a lot less of that masculine energy was in my life as I was growing up. So now I'm learning to balance between the two, between the masculine and feminine, and find that flow between the two, because we all carry both. Women, you carry a masculine and feminine side, and sometimes you find yourself maybe during the day moving into that masculine side of yourself, where you have to be in control, you have to make decisions, you have to be stern, you have to be sturdy, or whatever it may be. But there's got to be a balance and flow between the two. All of this are things that I've discovered as I have gone within myself and worked internally. So I'll make more videos like this in the future, in regards to meditating and meditation. I saw a video today by it's a group on YouTube. They're called Yes Theory. Go check them out if you haven't heard of them before. They're a really, really great group of guys who, one guy, he talks about meditating for I think he said 1,000 days straight, and how that changed his life. And then also they did a video on the ET disclosure and people who have seen extraterrestrials, and it was really, really amazing. So go check them out. Yes Theory. I really like that page, and I think that's where I'm gonna end it today. I feel like I relayed myself in a way that I felt like I wanted to today, in regards to meditation and how this has impacted and changed my life. So thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart for being here, and I appreciate you all. If you could please share this video with someone you may believe it may help, and sending you all so much love and good energy, good vibes, because we all need it right now. We're all going through it, and we're all feeling this energy right now that is being felt right now throughout the entire world. There's so much happening, so much discovery taking place, and light that's coming out, things coming to light. So continue to go within, and if you haven't meditated yet, I highly suggest you try it. Give it a shot, because it may change your life in a way that you never thought was possible. All right, guys, much love. Namaste. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for being here.